Hey, good evening. I'm back again. I did say I was going to try and get out here a little more frequent in this season. We're going to talk about, I was in covenant with a Christian narcissist for 35 years. Yay! I made it out with the help of the Lord. So I just like to get out here and share some clips and some information about those type of spirits and how they are sinister, demonic, toxic. They're not from God, and it's been sent, and they're definitely on an assignment in each and every one of our lives. But it leaves a lot of us silently abused, confused, walking around as if we don't know what our purpose is. It strips us, basically. Though that narcissistic spirit is sent from the pit, and it comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Okay, and basically that's their assignment in your life. And a lot of us, precious men and women of God, and even just people out in the world that don't know Christ as their personal Savior, are becoming attached or in covenant or in relationship with these people. And they take us on a demonic roller coaster ride. And basically it's just to take life out of us. Every happy and godly thing in us, they just want to zap the life out of us and use us and abuse us. And when they're tired of using and abusing, they just dispose of you. Okay? But I was reading today in 2 Samuel, and we're going to talk about an Amnon spirit. And let me just give you a little bit of history, and then I'll go into my thoughts and how that tie in with the Christian narcissist spirit. We remember the story about David. David had some sons, and he had a son named Amnon, and he had a daughter named Tamar. Okay, and if you're following me, 2 Samuel chapter 13. Now, there came a season in Amnon's life toward his sister Tamar where he just got obsessed. Basically, he was lusting after her. She was a virgin. She was a pretty girl, but that was his sister. So we automatically know that was crazy anyway. But he wanted his sister bad. He got to the place that he just became sick because he lusted after her and he desired her for so long. And I want you to follow me. And so he had a friend that set it up where his name was Jonadab. And he was Amnon's advisor. And so he kind of plotted and ployed and said, hey, why don't we just act like you're sick, and we'll ask King David if Tamar can come up and she can feed you because you don't feel well coming down eating with the family. And so they set it all up, and so it happened just like that. And Tamar agreed to it, and she came up because she loved her brother, not in a sexual way, just that he was her brother. So she wanted to be there for him because he didn't feel well. So she went up to Amnon's chambers and she began to feed him, and one thing led to another, and before you know it, Tamar was preparing bread and dessert for her brother, and she brought it to her brother Amnon in his bedroom. And when she took it to him to eat, he grabbed her and said, come to bed with me, my sister. And she said, no, my brother, she said to him, don't force me. Such a thing should not be done in Israel. Don't do this wicked thing. What about me? Where could I get rid of my disgrace? And what about you? You would be like one of the wicked fools in Israel. Please speak to the king. He will not keep me from being married to you. But he refused to listen to her. And since he was stronger than she, he raped her. Then Amnon, this is what I want you to grab. This is the spirit that we're going to be talking about. One of the spirits on Amnon. Then Amnon, which is Tamar's brother, hated her with intense hatred. In fact, he hated her more than he had loved her. And Amnon said to her, get up and get out. And no, she said to him, sending me away would be a greater wrong than what you have already done to me. This is my point. With a Christian narcissist spirit, okay, whatever reason they connected with you, there's always a reason. They're always looking for supply. They're always looking for people that's going to better them, whether it's financially, naturally. They need those people in their lives that's going to stroke their flesh and tell them how good they are and how you're up there with God. And oh my God, you're just so awesome. What an awesome father. What an awesome boyfriend you are. They need that. That's what keeps those spirits in them alive and well. So they need that supply. They need people in their lives and in their inner circle that's just going to stroke them and build them up and make them feel like that they're inferior, that they're invincible. Okay? So that's what the narcissist spirits do. Okay? And I can only talk about mine. When I look back over it, what did he actually see in me? First of all, I was a virgin. First of all, and second of all, he found me very attractive. I was innocent. I didn't know the street life. I was a church girl. Financially, I was very well set. I had a very good job. Came from a very good family. Had good morals and values, and I guess he saw that as a challenge, and so. He was lusting after me. He wasn't in love with me. That was evident. So narcissists, when they want something, they go after it. Okay? And it's not always a love move. It could be a lust move, which that could be a whole nother YouTube, and we will talk about that. But what I want to talk about on tonight, the spirit that was on Amnon wanted his sister so bad. So narcissists, whatever they want, they're going to go after it. And they're going to figure out a way, or they're going to have somebody corrupt in their little village to help them to figure out a way to get what they want. Okay? So Amnon wanted his sister Tamar, wanted her bad. So basically he was lusting after her. She was a virgin, had never slept with a man before. She was beautiful, but he wanted her. Wrong or right, he wanted her, and he pursued her. And it was set up that he could lay with her. And when he laid with her, he basically raped her. So he took from her. Unwillingly. She didn't want that. She was fighting against that. But because he wanted her so bad, and this is what a narcissist do. I don't care what you don't want. This is what I want. I'm going to pursue you until you just give in. Okay? That's what kind of happened with me. I don't know how many times, like, no, I think we should. He kept pursuing after me harder until he got me, until he impregnated me with a lie, with deception. And then we wind up getting married. Okay, so stay back on track. So Amnon wanted his sister Tamar, and he went hard after her. And his friend even set it up. She came in. Then he raped her against her will. Okay, she tried to tell him, don't do this, don't force me. Such a thing should not be done in Israel. But he was like, I don't care what you're saying. I don't care. I ain't listening to you. This is what I want to do. So he raped his sister. Now I want you to follow me. All this lust that he had for her. Oh, he just loved her so much, but he really was lusting after her. But it was so strong that it was kind of like, I'm going to get what I want from you. One way or the other. I'm going to get what I want. I want to sleep with you tomorrow. And that's going to happen. So that's exactly what he did. But he took it against her will. Okay? And so we know the enemy comes to kill, steal, and to destroy. So basically what he did, he came and he stole her virginity from her against her will. Because she was fighting him. Now after he got from her what he wanted, just as strong as the lust was and the so-called love was for her in the beginning, he turned around and he immediately manifested and he hated her just as much as he loved her. Then Amnon hated her with intense hatred. So in the beginning, he was lusting after her with intense lust. But as soon as he got from her what he wanted, he hated her. And in fact, he hated her more than he had loved her. Or should we say, more than he had lusted after her. To the place that Amnon told her, get up out of here. I'm done with you. I got from you what I wanted against your will, but I got it. And now I don't want to have nothing else to do with you. I'm done with you. Let me dispose of you. That's exactly what a narcissist does. That's exactly what a narcissist does. Actually, when you're in relationship with a narcissist, because they don't know how to love you, they're only loving themselves, they're always looking for more supply. So you can start off well with them and you're stroking them and you believe in them and you're telling them how good they are. They love that, but they get to the place that eventually that gets old. And so they start looking for more supply. Okay, so they have their eyes set on you. And they make you believe that they love you and all that, and they wine and dine you, and it starts off really good in the beginning. But once they get tired of you, and once they get out of you what they feel they can and can't get anymore, then they're looking for another supply. They're done with you. They're ready to dispose of you. Okay? And so basically that's what happened in my life when I began to really see who my ex was, and could actually expose to people that he wasn't this person he was playing on to be. Then he was like, well, I'm done using you anyway. I already got some other supply out there. You know, somebody that's younger, and they're going to stroke my flesh, and they're going to tell me how good of a husband I am and all of that, because I didn't think you did that enough for me. So I only use you for what I could use you and get out of you for what I could get out of you and suck the life out of you because, hey, it benefited me. It didn't have anything to do with you. It was all about me from the get. Did you not understand that? And so basically that's what my ex did while he walked around toting the Bible like he was a man of God and he feared the Lord. But really that was just a mask that he had on. So basically, this is what this Amnon spirit will do. It'll go after what it wants. A narcissist is kind of like, whatever I want, whatever it takes to get it, I'm going to get it. And after I steal from you, okay, after I take from you, after I abuse you and misuse you, and then if you catch on to it and you fight against me, I got from you what I needed. I'm disposing of you now. I'm going on to the next victim. So that's what that narc spirit did. Now, last night I talked about destroying character and credibility and name. Now, with the narcissist, once they dispose of you, it's kind of like if you come back and try and retaliate or really tell people how that individual is, that's when they really begin to hate you and throw daggers at you. And then they're out for blood. They're going to try and destroy everything about you. So although I didn't retaliate in my situation, he still he felt the need to go and try and destroy my name, character, and credibility, which didn't work because I'm covered by God. God has me. God has my character. God has everything about me. But that was the purpose of the lies. So my point tonight is that a Christian narcissist carries that spirit of Amnon on them. And whatever they want from you, they're going to go hard after it. And even though you try and push them back and be like, no, they're going to pursue even harder till they get from you what they need or what they feel they need or what they want. Once they get that need is fulfilled or met, then to you, you're like damaged goods now. You're like trash to them. So that's why in the beginning, he loved her and lusted after her so hard. But after he slept with her, he hated her even the more. What kind of demonic spirit is that? But that is the way that a Christian narcissist operates. And they're doing all this demonic stuff right there in the church, but nobody is picking it up. You are, because you're their victim, but no one else in the church community is picking it up because they're too busy toting the Bible, preaching and teaching and exalting and living all this fake life. So I hope this helps someone on tonight. So if they love you one season, you're just the best thing to them. And then the next season, they hate you with the hate of Satan. That's a part of the spirits that's on them and a part of their personality. So it's not anything that you did. It's just because of what's operating on the inside of them is not of God. And especially if you're a believer for real and you're the light and that sits on the hill and stuff in that marriage, and you really become their target and you really become their enemy. They just hate you just because you love the Lord or you have faith and they don't. I mean, they find all kinds of reasons to dispose of you, to not like you, to hate you. And you're thinking, what did I do? You didn't do anything. So I want you to be encouraged, and it has nothing to do with you. It's because of the spirits that's residing on them and the help that they need. They're the ones that need the help. It's nothing that you did. So don't allow them to accuse you of it was you. I treated you like this because it was you. If you had did it this way, and that's what they do. They flip it, and that's a form of manipulation. That's more manipulation that they use on it to make you feel as if it was your fault. I raped you against your will, or I took from you in this marriage. I abused you silently in this covenant because it was you. If you hadn't have done this, then I wouldn't have treated you the way that I did. The devil is a liar and the father of all lies. But that's just those demons and the way they operate on the inside, to always turn things around to accuse you as if it was your fault. That's why I raped you, Tamar. It was your fault. And Tamar's thinking, I just came up here to feed you because you were sick. You were my brother. But Amnon made it seem as if it was your fault. And then just as finished, as soon as he fit, and that was, it's so sinister and demonic. When I read that text, my heart just went out to her. But that's the spirit that's operating in these Christian narcissists. They don't care about your feelings. They're just going to take from you, steal from you, illegally, what they want from you. Once they get it, then they're going to disregard you and move on to their next victim. And so that's the way they operate. So I want you to be encouraged on tonight. If that's the season that you're in, it's not you. You did nothing wrong. That's just manipulation they're trying to use on you. And we also know that Christian narcissists, they don't accept blame for nothing. They will blame you for everything till the sun goes up and the sun goes down. You're going to get blamed for everything, why that relationship didn't work, when in reality it wasn't you. You've never been the problem. They've always been the problem. But what they do is project what's wrong with them onto you. So what's wrong with them, instead of them accepting it and claiming it and standing up to that, they flip it and act like that's you. You're a narcissist. You're selfish. It's your fault. It's you. And that's just all a part of their manipulation to keep you walking on those eggshells, to make you feel as if, well, if I had did this better, it's all a part of the game playing. To keep you walking on eggshells and for them to control you. So be encouraged. So if you're in that season, this is how they operate. So if 1 minute they loving you and you the best thing in the world, and the next minute they act like they hating you, that spirit is on them. So be encouraged. Know the signs. That's why I get out here and I share these clips with you. So giving you information so you'll be very aware. I didn't know about all of this. The day that I was coming up, I had never even heard of narcissists or definitely Christian narcissists. But they're operating in the church. So I'm like, be encouraged. Use wisdom, seek God about everything. When you see red flags, hit your face. Ask God, what are you trying to show me? What are you saying? What do I need to do? What's my next move? Give me strategies. Come on now. Order my steps. Because this is where I'm at. This is what I'm living with. And this thing that I'm attached to is sucking life out of me. Sucking everything, trying to suck everything spiritually out of me. Everything of God that's in me, they want it. It's like they're trying to suck it out slowly. And they're always about tearing down your self-esteem because they got to make you feel as if you're always underneath them. Okay, so that comes with that spirit too. It's just a foul, ugly spirit. And we do have to pray for those ones that have allowed the enemy to use this at that capacity and in that way in the church. And for them not to have any remorse about it. Not shame, not sorry, just kind of like, you deserve that. What did you expect from me? You expect me to really love you for real? You don't deserve my love. I hope I'm talking to somebody else. I'm going to get real transparent with you. I'm not ashamed to tell my story, but that's what they make you feel like. Oh, you want me to love you? Oh, you want me to compliment you? Oh, you want what? You don't know who I am, do you? I don't do that for nobody but myself. I don't have your back for real. I may have acted like that in the beginning. I don't love you for real. I don't even know how to love you because I'm too in love with myself. And so it's all a wicked game of manipulation and control. And it's sinister. It comes straight from the pit. So I share this so you'll be aware. You'll know. You're not crazy. No, you just connected with somebody that probably wasn't supposed to be your soulmate. And they're trying to take everything from your years, your life, the breath in your body. I mean, they want to use everything about you and not feel sorry about it. It's kind of like, well, what do you expect? That's what I do. I attach to good people and I use you and I abuse you. So you expect me to apologize? I was supposed to do that to you. Plus, you allowed me to do it. You let me do it. That's their spirit. It's like they have no remorse. They're not humble. They're just full of pride. They're puffed up. They're haughty. They think they're invincible. They think they are God. And they build a community around them of weak people that look up to them and stroke their flesh and treat them as if they're God. So they got a lot of idol worship going on with weak, yes, saints, men and women of God in the church. So they just think, hey, I got all power in my hand. And even if I do something wrong to you, everybody gonna have my back. So they're gonna okay with my wrong. They're not gonna stand up and say, why did you wrong that individual? How did you use them like that? It's just kind of like, I got people that's gonna support everything I do. If I abuse you silently, they're gonna support that. Because I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna lie on you to make them seem as if I'm the victim and you were the one that abused me. That spirit is a foul something that comes straight from the pit of hell. Excuse my French. And it's been sent to destroy everything about you. Your purpose, your call. If it could take your life, they wouldn't care. They would keep on living their life. Put you in the dirt and already finished, well, because they've already got supplies set up. Because they haven't been faithful to you. They've been out there cheating on you, looking for their next supply. Come on now. Real talk. And I hope this is making sense to someone. And if anybody, if you're listening to this YouTube and it doesn't make sense, it's because you haven't went through it. But the people have actually went through this and have dealt with those spirits, it's going to make a whole lot of sense to you. So be encouraged. I love you. I pray the peace and the blessings of God go with you. I will continue to get out here with different little clips to encourage you and to let you know, if God is telling you to go, leave. Leave. The longer you stay in that abusive type, that type of abuse, it's harder to get out of. And it does more damage to you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, naturally so. Because basically, you're just their puppet. You're in their demonic web. And they pulling the strings. And you have no control of your own life because you've allowed them to manipulate and control you for so many years. And so you've been living in all this demonic dysfunctions for so many years that it seems okay when you're in it. But I guarantee you, when you get up out of that, your eyes are really going to be open clearly. But I pray that even the ones that's in it now, God open up their eyes now for them to see everything that they need to see. Give them dreams, give them visions. So if they're not hearing you while they're walking around, deal with them in the sleep. Let them know exactly what they're dealing with and what has attached itself to them. So they can get out of that and they can walk out everything you've called them to be. So I love each and every one of you. Peace and blessings of God go with you. All right, until next time.